Morning guys, my name's Duncan and I'm a 53-year-old granddad. I just wanted to make this video regarding a total knee replacement, just to give you some of my bits and pieces that I've gone through, and a video just to tell you some exercises that may help you, and some medication that may help you, and some tips that may help you that I've found have helped me. Even if one person gets a little bit of help and relief from myself, then I feel like I've done a good video. So what I wanted to do, I mean, I've looked on YouTube regarding all these knee replacement videos, and there hasn't really been anything on there from sort of beginning or before the operation to sort of 4 or 5 weeks down the line like myself. So let me just take you back. On the 27th of February, I had my right knee replaced. I was given an epidural and I was sort of semi-sedated, but yeah, I could hear the operation taking place, which you couldn't feel anything anyway. After about an hour and 5 minutes it was done. I was taken back to the recovery room, where I obviously had my blood pressure checked and bits and pieces like that, and asked if I was comfortable. And then the nurses would come round later on with, I think I was on sort of 30 milligrams of codeine plus paracetamol, and then they'd give me oral morph as well, depending how bad the pain was. Some tips that I found: I ask for ice packs, because ice packs are going to be one of your best friends, and it's like a reward as well for yourself after you've sort of tried to walk and do exercises after coming out of the operating theatre after a couple of days. So on the first day I had the operation done, so I was sort of left to my own sort of devices. But one tip beforehand, a week before, go on a high fibre diet, because like myself, I know that if I get put on codeine, codidromol, cocodamol, it will bind me up and make me constipated. So before I was down there for a week before the operation, I was eating sort of high fibre diet, so like fruit and fibre, brown bread, orange juice, fruit, loads of fruit. And while I was in hospital, on my dinner list I was ticking veg, fruit sundays, orange juice, and then for breakfast I was always ticking Weetabix, orange juice and brown toast. Try and leave out the coffees and bits and pieces like that, and I'll go on to the medication a little bit more later, just to sort of give you a hand. So the second day, your pain starts. I don't want to sugarcoat it. I think it's one of the worst pains or worst operations I've had. Don't forget, it's the knee joint is the biggest joint in your body that you've had replaced, and that takes all your weight. And basically you're like a baby again. You're going to be learning to walk, learning to lift your leg, learning to go upstairs. Just lifting your leg flat off the bed 1 millimetre is going to seem an impossible task for the first couple of weeks, but bear with it. Every day you will get stronger. But I must stress, do your exercises. You do need to do your exercises. I live in quite a big family. There's 6 of us at home who would basically do anything for me if I asked them, but sometimes tough love is the best medicine. Even someone knocking at the door, get off the seat, go and open the door, walk around. I must stress, every hour, if you're sitting down, get up, walk around for 5-10 minutes. Even if you're sitting still, make sure you're moving your legs, you're moving your feet backwards and forwards like a flip-flop, just to get your calf muscles moving, just to make that blood start flowing around your calves, just to break up any blood clots if there's any in there, just to try and lift your leg a couple of mil off the floor. But it's going to seem an impossible task. And I will go through the medication that I'm on, and some friends that you're definitely going to need. So I was got out of bed in hospital, but trying to put my leg over the side of the bed was just agony. And you're thinking, how am I going to do this? I mean, I did scream in agony when I tried to get my leg out the side of the bed, and my whole weight was taken on my right foot, and I just shouted out in pain, and I wanted to cry. And every time someone came near my leg to lift it back on the bed, I was panicking that I was going to get that pain again. So I'll show you some tips that the physio came around and showed me what to do to get my leg into bed but using the other leg as a support, which I thought, oh my God, that is so easy, but you don't think of it at the time. So after a couple of days, I was out walking around the ward with crutches on a frame first, and then they put me on crutches, and then I went and had physio where they showed me how to get up and down stairs, and bits and pieces like that. And then I was sent home into the big wide world with a bag full of medication and blood thinning injections. So the blood thinning injections I had to have for 2 weeks, twice a day. My poor wife had to do the injections for me because I can't do the injections, even though I'm covered in tattoos. She done them for me. And I must stress, don't be a hero. If you need help, ask for help. Getting upstairs was a task for me. It seemed like I was climbing Mount Everest. I have a bath, I don't have a shower, but getting in the bath, I couldn't get in the bath. So all I had to have to do was put a towel on the floor and do a top and tail, wash from the top, wash from the bottom downwards, and then get your partner to help you out. They've obviously seen it all before, so there's nothing embarrassing there. Just to get a wash, leaning over the bath to get your hair washed, get your family member to do that, because you don't want to take all that pressure on that leg and knee bending over in the bath. So yeah, hold on to the side of the bath if you have to and get someone to wash your hair. It's nice for someone to do that, take care of you for 2 or 3 minutes. This non-bathing thing was probably for 2 weeks, and I had the strip down my leg, so you're not really allowed to get it wet. You can get it shower wet, but you can't get it bath wet or soaking wet, because it will just go through onto the scar, and it will mess up your scar. I'll show you my leg in a minute. So yeah, after 10 days I went back to the hospital for the first time, and I had my clips taken out. I had 32 clips taken out, and it just, some of them clipped out easily and some of them felt like little bee stings coming out, but that was fine. That took about 2 minutes for them to come out. And then I had my first physio session, which, not going to lie, hurt. I think I've done more training for this leg than I think Sylvester Stallone did for Rocky 4. It feels like I've climbed a mountain every day, but every day is getting better. Apart from sleeping at night is just a no-no for me. I'm on different medications to try and get some sleep. I hear different stuff where people say if you feel tired during the day, have a nap. If you feel tired during the day, don't go to sleep. Try and hold out for the evening, so when you go to bed you feel tired and you go to sleep. Not the case for me. I find I have less pain during the day. It's because I'm moving around and doing my exercises, and then when I'm in bed it all starts. And I've read on numerous chats and YouTube channels that they say that the knee pain hurts more at night is because you're relaxing, and that's your body of attacking a foreign object that's now in your body and they're not used to it. So that's your body trying to attack the knee joint to see what's going on there and trying to heal it quicker. But they say you need sleep to heal, but if you can't sleep, you can't sleep. I've been on other sites where they say you can only use no pillows and have your legs straight. You can have 1 pillow, 2 pillow. There's no rule of what pillows and how many pillows to have sleep at night. If you need 5, 6 pillows to sleep at night, do the 5 and 6 pillows to sleep at night. But if you've got a partner, they're going to have a rough night as well, because you'll be up, tossing and turning, sitting on the side of the bed, just wondering when this pain's going to go away, and they'll probably get a disturbed sleep as well. So yeah, so nighttime sleeping for me is just a no-no. I've had a couple of dark days where you just think, was it worth it? But my surgeon did say to me that before the operation that knee patients' pains are there, but after the operation my pain will just go through the roof for 6 to 12 weeks. And my knee will be swollen for 6 months to 12 months, a year, but that will gradually go down. So I wanted to sort of give you some sort of tips on or pointers of where the pain is. My knee is hot to touch, constantly hot to touch, but numb. This is because they've cut through all the nerves in your knee and in your quads, and the quads is what they cut. So that's the muscle that you use that when you're laying flat, is you trying to lift your foot off the floor. So where they've cut through the quads, you're going to probably get your foot probably that much off the bed with a strain, or probably none at all, which I found for the first week or so. And I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm got to learn to sort of walk again or lift my leg up. So going through the pain bit. So let me just talk you through it. From the top of the thigh, they tourniquet you tightly to stop any excess bleeding during the operation. So when the epidural's worn off, you'll think, oh my God, that top of my thigh feels so hurts. Why does it hurt so much? And then they will tell you that they put a tourniquet around the top of your thigh for the operation. So that will feel bruised. You will be bruised from the back of your buttocks, down the side of your thighs, down the back of your thigh, down past your knee, down to your calf, down to your ankle, and sometimes your ankle will be throbbing. But this will be bruised, and this is the way the bruising goes from top down to the bottom. So use an ice pack to help you out. And if you need to sit down with a pillow between your legs, side saddle, do that. You just need to do this sort of stuff to help you out. Going back to the tools that you need, these are like your lovely compression stockings that you need to put on for at least 4 weeks, night and day. Take them off for a shower or a wash down, but put them on before bed. This will stop any blood clots. The only thing is that you'll need someone to put these on for you because they are tight. And the way I found out of putting these on, the hospital showed me, is if you've got no one to help you or they are tight, is to put your foot in a plastic bag, put these on over the plastic bag, and then this bit here, you've got here, just slip your foot back through there and roll it down so the plastic bag on your foot is showing. Rip the bag off and then pull this back over, and it did work. I had sort of no problems. In the end, I could do this on my own, but sort of bending over, putting your socks on, put your boxer shorts on, your underwear, trousers is a bit of a no-no. You will be needing your crutches. Get going with your walking with your crutches as soon as you can. I mean, I've got a watch on there and it tells me how many steps I've done a day. So I was going from sort of 500. Now I'm up to sort of 5,000 steps. If it's a nice day, just go and walk up and down the garden or laps of the garden and to the gate or back, or just keep getting up, walking around. But every hour, get off your backside and go for a walk in your front room. Try 2 crutches and then go down to 1. But if you're going out on the street and the street is uneven, take both crutches. But if you've got a nice flat street where you know it's safe and there's no potholes, take 1 crutch and use the crutch that is on your good side, which will support your bad leg on the other side. So I'll just go through the medication that I was on. So at the beginning in the hospital, I was on codeine, which was 30 milligram. That will last probably about a week and then it will be finished. And then you have to go to your local pharmacy and get your codeine, which will be your 8 milligram. That is the biggest milligram that you can do without going to the doctors. I find that it didn't really help me. Another thing that sort of binds me up. So what I was doing every other day, I was taking the old Senecot 1 tablet before bed, which helped me go to the toilet every day, because not only are you facing knee pain, you don't want to be facing constipation as well, because that is horrible. Your stomach just feels bloated, you don't want to eat, and you don't really want to drink because you're in a low mood. But that, I found out, has helped me. So I got in contact with my doctor and he said to try some naproxen, which is an anti-inflammatory stronger painkiller, and to take these as well, 1 a day, and that lines your stomach to take these, because these are powerful boys and they do affect your stomach lining. I didn't think they worked for me, so it's sort of like trial and error. So I was trying the good old ibuprofen on their own, or paracetamol on their own, or ibuprofen and paracetamol together, which didn't really work. And then the doctor got me on the tramadol, which make you drowsy, takes the edge off, but I find that paracetamol and tramadol worked better than any other thing. So during the day I try not to take any tablets, but just before bed, sort of 5 hours before bed, I take 2 tramadol, and I get that in my system, and then sort of I go to bed about 11 o'clock, take another 2 tablets, and that gets into my system to help me sleep. And then I use sort of 2 to 3 pillows. Sometimes no pillows. Sometimes no pillows is comfortable, and then other times I need 2 to 3 pillows. Ice pack, they're okay, but they're only tiny, and that is solid frozen. And trying to put that on your knee will probably cover about 1/2 inch of part of your knee. It's no good. And a lot of people buy these and you can only use them once and they just throw them away. So £1 a time, if you're doing this 3 times a week, 7 days a week, it's going to cost you about 31 quid a week for nothing. This is my best friend. Bag of frozen veg or peas from Tesco's or any supermarket. I find that will put on your knee and that will wrap around your knee and leave it on your knee for 20 minutes. Let me just show you. So this is my knee replacement. As you can see, I've still got a scab down the bottom and the scar is there. And this is my good leg and this is my bad leg. So as you can see, still very swollen. And yeah, so what I would do with this bag of frozen peas or veg, I would have my leg straight out and I would have that over the knee joint for about 20 minutes, no more than 20 minutes, because after 20 minutes your body starts to sort of fight it. Yeah, so just put this on your knee for 20 minutes. Do it 3 times a day and that will give you a good relief of pain. And yeah, and the other thing that I found now is my walking stick, which gives me so I can walk around the house without these big clumsy crutches. And this is another tool that I found that is going to help you, and it's helped me, is one of these Keep Fit bands like this and a good old tea towel. So let me just give you a exercise that my son was doing with me, which helps me out. You just put the tea towel on the floor like this, put your foot on it, and that will act as like a slippery cloth. And what I did at the beginning, I couldn't really move my foot, so what I did, I'd mark out a sort of point there on the laminate floor and I would just try and move my foot to there, which was a struggle, and then I'd hold it 5 seconds, then I would move it back to the start. And I used to do this sort of 5-6 times a day and do it about 10 times. And when I was going, sort of trying to get through the pain barrier of going a little bit further, your body instinct is normally to say, no, I can't do no more, I can't do no more, and to shoot your foot back quickly. So what I was doing was I was having my son sit behind me under the chair, poor boy, and I would put this band around my ankle, like so, and he would be sitting under the chair. Fortunately, he's not with me today, and he would be on my command slowly. I'd tell him, and he would be pulling my leg slowly, 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 slowly past the point I've marked, and he would just pull it further and further until I tell him to stop, and then I would hold him for 5-10 seconds, and then he would let go and I would pull out. You need this band. This band is brilliant. You can obviously do exercises all on your own with it. You don't really need people here. I've just got this band like this, and then what I do is I stretch like I'm putting my foot on the brake or an accelerator of a car, and I do this 10 times, probably 4 times a day, just to get that quad strengthened up like this, as you can see. And then I'll try and just get my hand and lift my leg out straight, keep it there straight, because your hamstrings need stretching and your quads need strengthening, because as I said, they cut through the quads and there's no no strength there at all. So that was one of the exercises that I was doing. And just let me go through the moving of the exercises to get your feet or your leg on the chair. I mean, this is the right foot was the bad one, and then I would get, or the hospital told me to sit down, and they would get your good leg, hook it underneath your bad leg, side saddle, and they would make you lift it up and take the pressure and the weight and just lower it down. And then I would go back on the settee and then try and force my knee down into the chair. Do this about 10 times, 4 times a day, just so you can sort of get that kneecap going and stretch that leg out, because they don't want your leg to be constantly bent. You're going to need to sort of keep it straight, and this will hurt, but you've got to go through the pain barrier and bits and pieces like that. So that's the exercises that I have found was doing. and I was getting a towel, rolling it up, putting it under my ankle, and just keeping it there. So that put the weight on my knee, so my knee was bending down, which is uncomfortable, but you've got to go through these to get better. But my leg is getting better every day. But the only thing that's not good is the sleeping. But my doctor did say that that will come with time. Yeah, that's where we are at the moment. I mean, I'm 4 weeks in. Does get painful. Some days you think you've cracked it, and then it brings you back to reality where it does hurt again. But you will get through it. You will have some dark days. As I said, the frozen veg is a godsend. Make sure your family don't eat that because it's been defrosted so many times. Just tell them where it is in the shelf in the freezer or mark it up. But that will cover the whole knee for 20 minutes instead of this little ice pack, which will cover probably about an inch of your knee. And that ice pack is a godsend. So don't forget to put your tights on for at least 4 weeks to stop the blood clots. Try different medication, but please eat plenty of fruit and fibre to keep your bowels open, because like I said, when I take all this cocodamol, codidromol and codeine, it binds me up, and then it's just you're uncomfortable with your stomach as well as your leg, and then you're just fighting 2 battles instead of 1. So yeah, I found that taking like a Senecot tablet once every other day works wonders and sort of helped me out. But don't be afraid to ask for help. But sometimes tough love is the best, because you're finding that you need to do stuff for yourself. I mean, boiling pans, don't touch boiling pans, because if you drop that over you and you've got crutches on your arms as well, it's no good. Or cups of tea or coffee or hot drinks, just get someone else to do that for you. But as I said, try and do as much walking around as you can, because that's why you had your knee done, because you want to get back out there to do the stuff that you did beforehand. On the bad side, I've got to have my left side done, but I'm not going to rush for that at the moment. As I said, this is the worst operation that I've ever had in my life, and everything my surgeon has said has come true. So as you can see, I probably do look tired, but I'm getting there. I just wish I could sleep the whole night, but that will come, as I've been told. But yeah, so you're going to have lots of bruising. You're going to have a numb knee. You're going to have a hot knee. You're going to have a tight, bruised thigh where they've done the tourniquet. You're going to have bruising at the bottom of your foot. Don't forget, they're not gentle with you while they do this operation. It's an hour and 5-10 minutes, and it's the biggest joint in your body. And don't forget, you've got metal and plastic in your body now, so your body is attacking that part of your body to try and heal it quick. Don't forget, there's not much blood flow around your knee because it's all tight and compact. That's why they give you the ice to sort of make the blood flow go around to heal your knee quicker. Yeah, so just do your exercises. Do them. Even if they hurt, you need to do them. If this video has just helped one person, I've done my job. But please, if I can help out in any way, give me a shout on my channel below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So persevere with it, and chin up, keep smiling. Cheers. Bye-bye.